Hi everybody, my name is Christy Garman. I'm the manager at the Anita C. Light Estuary Center here in Abingdon, Maryland. Welcome to our 23rd annual Wade-In Festival. Also our first ever totally virtual festival. I hope it is our last. Thank you so much for tuning in to a combination of live events as well as pre-recorded events that we hope is going to give you just a little tiny taste of what you would experience if you were actually here for our typical Wade-In. So what is a Wade-In? It's an event that's conducted every year to focus attention on water quality of our waters, our local waters, like Otter Point Creek here behind me, could be the stream behind your house, or the Chesapeake Bay. The first ever Wade-In happened in 1988 on the Patuxent River. It was inspired by Senator Bernie Fowler, who had childhood memories of being able to wade chest high into the Patuxent River. And he was still able to see his toes, and more importantly the crabs he was trying to catch, at that depth, which was about 63 inches. Fast forward to 1988, and things have changed in the bay, and Senator Fowler decides to do this Wade-In. He dons his high-top white sneakers and goes into the water and can only see his toes to a depth of about 10 inches. So our annual Wade-Ins continue, and we focus on that 53-inch difference between what Senator Fowler found as a child and what we find since 1988 in most of our depth measurements. Now that you know the story of Bernie Fowler and how the Wade-In began, let's explore your connection to water quality.
We are a part of the Chesapeake Bay watershed, which covers 64,000 square miles. Nearly 12,000 of those miles are shoreline. That's more shoreline than the entire west coast of the United States. Stormwater runoff is due to the amount of impervious surfaces in the watershed. This runoff carries contaminants such as lawn fertilizer, pet waste, oil, and many other things into our waterways. These contaminants cause issues with water quality such as excess nitrogen, bacteria, and stream bank erosion, among others. One of the problems caused by runoff that we face here on Otter Point Creek is siltation and sedimentation. Small particles of soil wash down the watershed into the water column. These particles smother plant and animal life, as well as block the sunlight from reaching the submerged plants and prevent them from growing. So as you can see, water quality is a really important issue here in Otter Point Creek and throughout the Chesapeake Bay region. A couple of things you can do. One, plant more plants. The more plants we have and the less impervious surface, the cleaner the water is going to be before it reaches our waterways. Another thing, if you have a dog, don't let your dog's poop sit outside. Pick it up, because if there's no poop, then there's no excess nutrients and bacteria ending up in our water from that poop. And if you have a car, make sure your car is working properly and there's no leaks. There's no oil and gas coming from it, because if it's not leaking, then it can't get out into our waterways. And there is plenty of other solutions that I encourage you to look into. Stay tuned for the rest of the day. We've got virtual events happening, we've got live events happening, and a scavenger hunt. If you answer correctly, you'll enter a chance to win a hat and also a free t-shirt. So please join us today, comment, let us know what you think, and then we hope that next year you can join us in person for the fun.